REITs are, most people see it as an income generating instrument. In a way, it makes sense because most of the time you look at the yield and what the property can deliver. I think equally important is also to kind of study how sustainable that yield would look like downstream as well. Important areas to look at are the operating performance of the REIT. For instance, we can consider the occupancy. Is the occupancy very high? What sort of leases are the manager signing with tenants? Also, when it comes to rental renewals, the rental reversions, other areas that, in terms of the operating performance, we could also consider, which geographies the REITs are located at. Some people, tend to like home-based assets. They see strength in the Singapore market. And then the other one is also the financial metric. And this one, when we think about it, we'll look at how heavily geared the REITs are, their aggregate leverage ratio. In Singapore, there is a regulatory limit of about 50%. You cannot exceed that, and then your interest coverage ratio needs to be at least 1.5 times. So these measures are there to make sure that REITs are sufficiently prudent and they can keep operating and paying their distributions downstream. I think on average in Singapore, the REITs that we have in our sector average at about 40% gearing. It's still some distance away from the regulatory limit, but the financial health of the REIT is also important to look at.